So we all had latkes before, right? Well, I assume most Jewish people have. They're the Jewish hash brown counterpart and a staple at every Hanukkah dinner. But why? So, it's 170 BC, and after a long war between the Greeks and the Jews, the Greeks won and took over all of Israel. But they couldn't leave the Jews at bay. Rival groups started forming among them, and the most important of which being the Maccabees, led by a Jewish man named Judah, also known by his Hebrew name Yehuda.
After 7 years of fighting, finally, they took back Jerusalem, the current capital of Israel.
Not all of Israel, but progress is progress.
And so, the Jews went to check the Holy House, the center of Jewish worship. But everything was destroyed, and in the last-ditch effort, they went to light the menorah.
But there wasn't even any oil left. The Greeks had stolen all of it. Well, at least so the Jews thought. Either the Greeks didn't care enough or forgot about it, but in the corner of the room, they found a measly little pot of oil left. The pot of oil was so small, in fact, that it wouldn't even be able to keep the menorah lit for an entire day. But it's not like the Jews had any other choice, so they decided as a last-ditch effort to use it anyway. But to their surprise, a miracle occurred. The tiny pot of oil was able to keep the menorah fully lit for 8 days. And in remembrance of that, to this day, it is a tradition to eat food items cooked in oil during Hanukkah. So, now that we're done explaining where the origins of the oil part of the latkes come from, why don't you try and explain where the potatoes in the latkes come from? And in order to do that, we'll have to go forward in time to the 1800s, where, due to a series of crop failures in Europe, too much potatoes were grown. And if there's too much potatoes anyway, why don't we fry them in oil, the Jews thought? And so they did, and the latkes were born from a little too many potatoes and a Hanukkah tradition. And to be honest, all this talk about potatoes and oil has gotten me practically starving. Never mind the fact that I am currently in the middle of the desert and haven't eaten for 3 days straight. So with that in mind, why don't we begin with the recipe, shall we? So, start by peeling 4 to 5 beautiful plump potatoes. Grate all of them and put aside in a large bowl for now. Then, to that, add 1 big onion chopped finely. You can use a smaller one if you have no taste buds. Now, to the vegetables, add 1 tablespoon of kosher salt and some ground black pepper to your liking. Add another tablespoon of flour or breadcrumbs if you're feeling fancy. Mix it up and you're done. Not. Now take your hands and gently form the sludgy mixture into puck-shaped latkes, although you could make them into latke-shaped latkes if you so choose. Then, into a large, deep pan, add some canola oil or any other natural-tasting one, and let it heat up until it's just a bit less hot than the burning ball of flames in the sky, also known as the sun. You can check if it's hot enough by putting your hands over the oil and seeing if they melt into goo. Now, add your raw, disgusting latkes and watch as they turn a beautiful golden brown color, flipping when the time is just right. And there you have it, beautiful golden brown tradition-packed potato pucks. Latkes also works, I guess, but I prefer the previous name.
יופי, יאללה, בוא, תיקח.
Oh, this looks delicious. Oh man. I am so exhilarated to eat this latke. Delectable, my friend, delectable. Now, let me eat.